Okay, so I guess I'll say my thoughts about Alan Wake. To me, it feels like very similar to Condemned 2, as in third person, kind of horror, not a whole ton of, like, not a lot of shooting, like investigating, a lot of story. But
it's more atmosphere than action.
Yeah, there's decent action, but definitely the story and definitely the atmosphere play huge roles in this game. I'd say it's a better story than Condemned 2, and more interesting. Like, it gets batshit crazy. Like, it starts out pretty crazy, actually. I don't know, it's a pretty crazy story. It's like a writer writing a book, and then he's in his own book, and it's weird.
Wasn't there a Will Ferrell movie like that?
Yeah, Stranger Than Fiction. Kind of like that, but creepier. So
do you recommend it?
Yeah, I would compare this to, since Heavy Rain just came out on the PS3. That's a PS3 exclusive. This is an Xbox exclusive. They came out at the same time. They're both heavily story-based. This one is way better. This is much more of a game. That other thing was a huge cutscene, and well, this is, I'd say this is more like 50% cutscene.
Heavy Rain was a huge cutscene?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'd say Heavy Rain is 100% cutscene, and this game's like 50% cutscene. So, lots more action. I mean, the controls are better. I don't, like, in Heavy Rain, you're like running into walls and shit.
Oh.
Because it's kind of like, it doesn't have to be that precise of controls, since it's a big cutscene, but
for Heavy Rain.
Yeah, this you have to aim and do stuff, but it's really good. My only complaints are that the first time I played through, I knew I was making a guide, and there are ass tons of collectibles, probably over 300. So I'm like looking for all this crap, just like scouring every inch of every level, which really detracted from my enjoyment. But it was still good, so...
So
if I wasn't...
there are so many collectibles detracted from it.
Because I knew I had to get all of them.
Right.
If I was just playing through, I'm like, alright, there's way too much shit. I'm just going to play the game.
What's going on here?
It would have been way better. It's teaching you basically how the game works. So...
How the combat works.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, bad guys are infected with the darkness, and then you shine your light on them until it, like, pops. And once they pop, you can start using your weapon on them. So they're kind of like shadowy until you, like, hold your flashlight on them long enough till they pop. And then, so your flashlight will regenerate. Like, you hold it down, or you have it out, and having it out hurts the bad guys, but you can hold left trigger to, like, make it super powerful. When it's super powerful, you know, it makes it pop sooner.
So the flashlight's always out, and you can shoot while holding the flashlight. It's not like Doom,
Yes.
It's not like Doom 3.
No, your flashlight's always out.
Okay.
But when you hold down left trigger, it drains the flashlight battery. And it'll recharge, but if you're in a situation with, like, tons of dudes, you can press Y to use your batteries, and the battery number is right beneath the flashlight, so I have 2 batteries right now.
So to stun the dudes, you have to hold left trigger?
No. It just goes, like, twice as fast if you're holding left trigger. So there's lots of dudes. You'll need to, like, add more batteries, keep it shining on them, and, also, when you press left trigger to do the super shine, it auto-targets. So, even if you just do it for a second, it'll aim at them. Since there's no crosshair, really.
So it's almost worth it just to kind of burst it for a second, just to get it aimed perfectly.
Yeah, definitely. So, I think they did a really good job with that. Like, as it's a third person, you know, it's not a first-person shooter. It's not about being precise. So, like, I didn't find the auto-targeting made it too easy or anything. It just made the game more enjoyable. So, for these guys, use your flare gun. So basically, light kills these guys. So flare gun is like ultra deadly to them. So that's pretty rare ammo. You only get like 2 or 3 shots per level.
So use it.
So use it when there's
wisely.
big groups of them.
Yeah. Or a boss or something like that.
Yeah.
Is this a game that has like tons of bosses, tons of badass bosses at the end of the level that takes 3 shots to their weak spot to...
No, it's not that kind of game. There's definitely tougher enemies, like, but there's no special weak spot on them. It's just like a tough enemy. Like you're just gonna have to use more ammo. Not like you have to shoot its tentacles off and then shoot it in the face or nothing like that. So, yeah.